If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. Silence held the space where my heart found its fragile peace. I didn't reply because love's flame burned too fiercely and then faded. My unread messages are a quiet plea for healing and hope. I stopped answering because I was learning to let go gently. Silence was the only truth left after love's final goodbye. I didn't reply because I was gathering strength to move on. My silence was a sacred space where pain met forgiveness. I stopped responding to reclaim the peace love once stole. My unread texts are the echoes of a love that slipped away. Silence became my answer when words were no longer enough. I didn't reply because I was rebuilding my shattered soul. My silence was my heart's quiet rebellion against the pain. I stopped answering because I was learning to love myself fiercely. Silence is the language of hearts broken but healing. I didn't reply because my soul needed to breathe in the stillness. My unread messages hold the weight of unspoken goodbyes. I stopped responding because love's noise became too deafening. Silence cradled my heart when words betrayed their meaning. I didn't reply because healing began in the space between. My silence is the soft, sacred song of a heart finally free. My silence was a prayer whispered through tears I couldn't speak aloud. I didn't reply because my heart was folding itself into quiet strength. The weight of unspoken words crushed the space between us into silence. I stopped answering to protect the fragile hope still beating inside. Silence carried the sorrow your words left tangled in my soul. I didn't reply because my heart was learning to forgive without forgetting. My unread texts are the quiet ruins of what we once dreamed. I stopped responding when love's voice turned into a distant echo. Silence was the soft armor I wore to keep from breaking. I didn't reply because I was afraid my love would drown in silence. My unread messages are the shadows of a love too painful to face. I stopped answering because my soul demanded space to breathe and grow. Silence held my heartbreak like a secret, sacred lullaby. I didn't reply because I was searching for myself in the quiet. My silence wasn't cold, it was the last ember of a dying fire. I stopped responding when words became chains that bound my spirit. Silence grew where our laughter once blossomed, now just a memory. I didn't reply because my heart was too raw to risk more pain. My unread texts are fragments of a story I can't yet finish. I stopped answering to find the courage buried beneath the silence. Silence was the language my heart spoke when it had nothing left. I didn't reply because love's shadow stretched too far into darkness. My unread messages are echoes of dreams lost in the storm. I stopped responding because I was rebuilding from the ashes you left. Silence cradled my soul when love's noise became unbearable. I didn't reply because I was learning to stand alone and strong. My silence is the quiet space where healing slowly takes root. I stopped answering because my heart whispered, "Let go, breathe." Silence was my sanctuary when words betrayed their meaning. I didn't reply because my soul needed to find peace in the quiet. My unread texts are the whispers of love that time couldn't erase. I stopped responding because I was learning to love myself fiercely. Silence carried the weight of all the love we couldn't say. I didn't reply because my heart was mending behind closed doors. My silence is the shadow of a love too painful to speak aloud. I stopped answering because I was tired of fighting for a broken cause. Silence became the music my heart danced to in solitude. I didn't reply because my soul was gathering strength from the stillness. My unread messages are the ghosts of moments we lost forever. I stopped responding to protect the pieces of me still healing. Silence whispered truths my heart wasn't ready to face. I didn't reply because love's weight became too much to carry. My silence is the soft echo of a heart learning to forgive. I stopped answering because I was learning to breathe without you. Silence held the cracks where my love once shined brightest. I didn't reply because my soul needed space to find its light again. My unread texts are the silent poems of a love unfinished. I stopped responding because I was chasing peace inside the quiet. Silence was the shield protecting the last flame of my heart. I didn't reply because I was learning that healing starts alone. My silence holds the stillness where broken hearts find rest. I stopped answering because the noise of love had become my pain. Silence carried the weight of every word left unsaid between us. I didn't reply because I was learning to dance in my own light. My unread messages are the quiet footprints of a love that faded. My dear, there is a reason why I didn't reply to your texts. Silence isn't absence. It's a soul protecting itself from unspoken wounds. I stopped answering because my heart needed space to heal quietly. Sometimes not replying is louder than any words could ever be. I paused because your echoes broke me more than your silence. My unread message isn't rejection. It's armor against another heartbreak. The quiet after your words holds the loudest truths. I didn't reply because I feared losing myself in your chaos again. When love becomes pain, silence is the only safe language left. I am not ignoring, I'm guarding the fragile pieces of my heart. Not replying is my way of telling you I'm breaking inside. The space between messages is where healing and heartbreak collide. I stopped responding because my soul whispered, "Protect yourself." I needed the silence to find my voice again without you. Your texts haunted my peace. I chose silence over despair. Every unanswered text was a prayer for strength, not distance. I didn't reply because my heart was drowning in unsaid goodbyes. Sometimes silence screams louder than any message ever could. I'm still here, but my reply is trapped behind broken trust. My silence was a shield against the storm your words became. I didn't answer because I was losing pieces of me with every word. Not replying was my way of saying, I am no longer yours. The weight of your texts crushed the breath from my soul. I chose silence to stop the bleeding you caused inside me. My quiet isn't absence, it's survival wrapped in invisible scars. I stopped replying when love became a war zone in my heart. The reason I didn't answer? Because my soul was begging for peace. Silence was the only honest response left between us. I couldn't find the words. My heart was shattered in fragments. I didn't reply because I feared losing my spirit to your storm. My unread texts are stories of battles I fought alone. Silence is the language my heart speaks when words fail. I stopped answering because every reply was another wound reopened. I needed silence to heal from the love that hurt me deeply. The quiet was my way of letting go, slowly, painfully. I didn't reply because I was drowning in the weight of us. My silence was not cruelty, it was my soul's last defense. I didn't respond because I was learning to love myself first. Every unanswered message was a step away from the pain. I chose silence to reclaim my heart from the ruins you left. The reason I didn't reply? I was trying to save what's left. Silence is a wound that whispers louder than broken promises. I stopped answering because my heart no longer recognized you. My unread texts are echoes of love lost in shadows. I didn't reply because my soul needed to breathe without you. Sometimes not replying is the kindest thing you can do for yourself. My silence was a garden growing after your storm passed. I stopped responding to protect the fragile heart still beating inside me. I didn't reply because my love was met with silence's cold sting. Silence became my refuge when words became weapons. I chose not to reply because my heart had no more tears left. My unread messages hold the ghosts of our broken dreams. I stopped answering because I couldn't bear the weight of goodbye. Silence was the only honest language left between shattered souls. I didn't reply because I was learning the art of self-love. My silence isn't empty. It's filled with healing prayers. I stopped responding to protect my heart from unraveling further. I didn't reply because love became a battlefield I no longer fought. Silence held the space where my broken heart slowly mended. I chose quiet to reclaim the peace your words destroyed. My unread texts are scars I hide beneath my smile. I stopped answering because my soul needed a break from pain. Silence spoke when my heart couldn't bear to shout anymore. I didn't reply because the weight of us was too heavy. My silence was my soul's way of saying enough. I stopped responding to find the pieces of me I lost. I didn't reply because love turned into a silent war. Silence grew where once our voices intertwined. I chose not to answer because my heart was shattered too deep. My unread messages are love letters to the past I can't send. I stopped replying because my heart whispered, heal, then return. Silence is my shield against the memories that burn inside. I didn't reply because I was learning to stand without you. My silence held the weight of everything we couldn't say. I stopped responding because the pain was louder than the love. Silence became the language where my broken pieces found rest. I didn't reply because my heart was too tired to fight. My unread texts carry the ghosts of what used to be. I stopped answering to protect the light still flickering inside me.